welcome. It's the eFFect. What up, y'all? Happy Friday. I am Hillary, my lovely co-host,
SADE.
And y'all know what it is. It is the eFFect. All things football, fashion, and foolery.
Yes.
Welcome.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Before we get started. I mean, listen. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need every
I was coming for the jugular.
Every little bit of this will be gone by the end. So go ahead and tell us what we sipping on today. Tonight.
We are sipping on Panache. And we're going to talk a little bit about the name of the Panache.
Panache.
And so as you see on your lovely screen, it's very simple. It is pineapple Ciroc, 2 ounces. 4 ounces of your favorite Coca-Cola, and then some orange zest. So Panache, as you would say.
Panache. Be careful because it might knock you out.
Knock
you down, right?
Yes. Or it could be like, for me, like I think about chocolate covered pineapples. Panache. Pineapple chocolate.
Just because of the color though, right?
Just because of the color.
Brown skin.
Just because of the color.
Got you.
Yes.
It might be dope. There might be some chocolate liqueur you could add to it.
Yes.
Maybe. Who knows? Cheers.
Cheers.
To a good night on our Panache. I don't want no problems.
I'm not, I'm not going to say much.
Y'all, we're not even going. It's the elephants in the room. Let's talk about it.
I'm calm.
As you all know, I am a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Okay.
Born and raised from Kansas City. It is, as I have my adult life, Chiefs is my squad. We went up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55, and we lost. Yeah, we lost. Yeah, boy, we lost. We definitely took a L. So many things I want to say, but I'm going to let you go. Go do your thing. Do your thing. I'm ready. Man, I was built for this. Come on.
Nah, because I'm just going to sit here and show you how we gracefully do it. You already...
What is this?
You've been through a lot.
I ain't been...
These past few days, they've almost been suicidal. Her brother hung up on me the other day.
Suicidal? Let me tell you, I don't have my pep in my step Tuesday.
Her brother hung up on me the other day.
First of all,
so I said, first of all, what?
I was together Tuesday. I had one day to mourn, and I was back. Now my week has been great, folks. Let's just be clear. I'm a fan, but what happens is when you're a fan of a team like the Chiefs, you get up with hope. You know that it's a new season next season. So you feel me? Like,
cut that shit. Sorry, not happening. No, because this is a chick just on episode 3 was like, well, let me tell you something. We had 3 interceptions.
We did.
We done got 2 tackles.
We did.
3 sacks.
We did. And we still won.
Everything went wrong. And we still won.
We still won.
So break it down just like that, Miss Smith.
I'm not going to break it down like that. You can break it down like that, but I don't need to break down what the people saw. Let me tell you.
Break it down because
it was a fucked up game.
What did they see?
Y'all saw a lot of things. You saw a lot of things. You saw a lot of flags. You saw a lot of calls that, again, I'm not saying was bad calls. Some were questionable and some were valid. You saw a quarterback that had no time to make anything happen. And even when he did try to make something happen, you saw supposed to be superstar tight ends, wide receivers, dropping balls, not making plays.
I seen some poor.
You saw some aggression. I mean, we were very aggressive. We came out the gate with some
sportsmanship.
Oh my gosh.
There. I also seen 11 penalties.
There were. Against all on who? Who were all those penalties on? Who were all those penalties on? Primarily, you mean 9 out of 11?
Primarily, you guys, which cost you guys some points. But even let's take some penalties out of it. let's take, that I didn't see something. I'll remove one off the board.
Well, you know, I'll remove one off.
I'll remove
about three.
Listen, I'll remove a penalty off the board that allowed Tampa Bay.
You're right.
To score a touchdown.
You're right.
So let's take that call off.
Okay.
You still didn't win.
We didn't win. I'm not arguing this. I'm not arguing this. We did. I had to go back to touchdown. No, we didn't. Oh, okay. I went back to what is it? Players Cup. Did we even at least pinch the bitch? Nah, we didn't pinch. But y'all made sure to do 11 penalties for 100. Y'all made sure. Did we make sure?
Yeah, because y'all was out there acting all aggressive.
There were definitely some plays that I'm like, yo, offsides? Like, what are we talking about? This is the NFL. You are absolutely right. We made some bonehead decisions and some penalties. I can't just say that's the reason we lost. Again, when you have a, Travis Kelce dropping, a ball that's in your hand. Yeah. It's things like that. Because my quarterback gave everything he could give. He gave it all.
But y'all also gave a record of breaking penalties in the first half. So, you gave it all. Give it all to him. Give it. Just give it to him. It's okay. Listen, I don't gotta do nothing but.
Hey, can we just have a conversation? Because I could have promised just last week, neither one of these is my team.
They're not.
So what we doing all this
They're
for?
not.
What's all these shenanigans for?
KC definitely ain't my team. Because a person like you won't ever allow a person like me to even be a fan.
You're my division. You're my division. This is normal. But right now I don't want to hear you really backing up Tom Brady in it.
I can't.
Aggressive. Can't blow that whistle. Get that damn
aggressiveness.
How do you not? Again, you're right. This is what I'm saying. This is where I go, because I know you constantly say when I say things like Mahomes is great. I do believe Mahomes is great. Do I believe he is the greatest? No, not yet, because the greatest takes some mental, right? And I think mentally we have a lot of growing to do, right? Like we have to learn how to, like you said, control that passion. Mm-hmm. I think that you can, because I think that you can show passion. I think that it's only right that at the biggest game, that yes, you're going to be upset. Yes, you're going to be mad if calls aren't at you. But how do we take that, control it, and then use it to come out and, proceed to play better? And so that's something that I wish, even with, Patrick being able to go in there and mentally regroup your team to come back out here and go against Tom Brady and his top line defense.
I call him like he is an all-star player. I will say that, and I will say he has the potential to be great. He's amazing. He has happy feet. I seen the guy in the Super Bowl do some throws, passes. I just wouldn't even think anybody could ever make that. I seen him, and then he's like hitting Travis Kelce right then and there. Like I seen him spin around, go down to the ground, and still
all with turf toe. All with turf toe, people.
Wait.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
It's turf a real toe. Thing. What you mean turf toe?
Let me Google it, because it's a real.
What do you mean turf toe?
He had turf toe.
He didn't look like he had nothing was wrong with his toe.
So when I say things like that, he's great because he demonstrates great.
Okay.
Great. He's not the greatest, but he demonstrates what great is. And so you didn't know that he had turf toe because that's how good he is. So turf toe is a real thing.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get a definition here, because I think you think I'm bluffing. So it says, simply put, turf toe is that there's a sprain in the main joint of the big toe. Now, as a quarterback, you got to push up. You got to do that. Your toes matter.
Wait.
Toes
you
matter.
Talking about like
toes matter.
A sprained toe?
Sprain of the big toe joint.
Okay, that wasn't an excuse when he won AFC Championship.
Well,
it wasn't an excuse.
He had it then because he played through
game.
it. I'm not giving it an excuse. I'm just saying, to your point, all of that magical things that he was doing, he was still doing it
with turf toe.
With turf toe,
sprain toe, y'all. Sprain toe.
Don't you downplay that. I'm not gonna downplay
it.
See what I'm saying? Don't downplay that toe.
It's a little soft toe. It's a little soft toe. Nah, but overall, I can't say good game.
I know. Don't even say it. It wasn't.
Overall,
it was not a good game.
It was a great game for Tampa Bay, because I think Brady came to prove what he needed to do. I also seen Brady get a little riled up and gotten the man's face out there. And so, he's the GOAT. Should I say more? I don't know what more to say. I'm not writing his, as you would say. I'm just saying it is what it is. The stats are the stats. Brady is Brady because he's the GOAT. So next year, and as a Bronco fan, we've been there. We got dirtied. I feel where you've been. I feel where you've been. So we've been there. And I'm also glad you didn't come on here today and say it was the referee calling. Because she tried to.
No. I said definitely the ref called some like questionable things. But no, seriously. The one on Matthews and the infield. I told you, I'm going back and forth. That trip thing, I don't like none of that. That ball wasn't going to be called. I don't like none of that. Like, but that's neither here nor there.
He tripped him up.
I'm not going to get my emotions back.
He tripped him up. He tripped him up. Now, it was a little bit questionable. It was a little bit, but he tripped him up. You tripped him up. You prevented him from being able to go out and grab the ball. You messed that up. Now, if you didn't touch him, he would have been safe. Even if he didn't intentionally trip him up. I don't think it was intentional. I just think that hand just accidentally touched him and it was a penalty. Was it a... It was a penalty. It was a penalty. It was a penalty.
You got it.
But I'm not... I mean, next year.
It's exactly how you called it. That we couldn't stop the 4-man rush. Having those tackles right and left out was a huge thing. My man, he couldn't, he tried everything. He didn't have the time to make a play, find a play. And even when he did, like I said, nothing.
And I would say there were some mental mistakes, right?
There were definitely some mental mistakes.
I don't know if Casey was just a click off. Like there were some drop balls. Like I know Kelsey catches balls all the time.
He was scared.
He was scared.
They was coming. The pressure was coming. He was scared.
Yeah.
They was about to sandwich that ass. He was scared. And that's really
put 3 safeties out there on that.
Yeah, I mean they showed, and we've been getting exposed of how to really stop us, right? You put 2 men on Hill.
2 safeties.
You
3.
You rush, I mean, our running game has to get better. We were running with a rookie. And I think my biggest thing was like our coaching. Like we didn't even try and shift. We didn't even try and make some changes, right? Like if you see that Mahomes can't get anything off, like let's switch up. I know the running game, I felt like they didn't adapt or make any changes to what was being brought towards us, right? Yeah. Like their defense pretty much shitted on our defense, and like they showed us how it should have been happening, and it wasn't happening like that. They never changed away from putting that 2-man on Tyreek Hill the entire game. So
that's what you do.
It was,
hold them in. I mean, that's what Tampa Bay was supposed to do. But I hear you.
You're right.
I hear you.
It took the life out of us Chiefs fans. I'm speaking for us all. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done.
What about the defensive coordinator?
At the end of the day, when it's all said and done.
What about?
There's 32 teams, right? 2 of them, y'all. Only 2 of them make it to the end. Only 2. We happen to be one of those. No, we weren't the best.
Y'all don't take this.
But we were second best. It was 2 teams over here, and then it was a whole bunch of teams over there. Like, hey guys, we were here.
People don't play the Super Bowl just to say to the 2 teams.
It don't matter what you
play the Super Bowl to go get
we didn't get the dub, but we was there. I told you we was going back to back, and we went back to back. We didn't win it, and I'm pissed off about it. But we was there.
That's why we play the Super Bowl. It's the last man standing.
You're absolutely right.
And then when the last man is standing,
don't let her give you this. It's the second man up.
This story. Don't let her cry you a river talking about the second. Ain't nobody thinking about that.
All I'm just saying.
Won Super Bowl last year.
32 teams.
Super Bowl last year.
2 stand at the end.
It was no back to back.
I'm proud of my squad.
Well, you went back to back.
I hate that we didn't win. Yeah, but we went back to back. And I said, they said we were going to win back to back. I hate that we didn't win, but we were there. And to all the Chiefs players, to the coaching staff, to you all, hell of a season. Hell of a season. Can't wait to see it again next year. Go Chiefs.
Mention next year.
Ain't shit changed.
What do you think you got to do next year? I mean, you talking about next year. Well, what are you going to have to do next year?
I mean, we got to go and make some moves a little bit. Like, we're going to have to add something to that O-line. You feel me? We got to get some help. We got to Now, you know what I heard today is that JJ Watt. No, I'm just saying it's hopeful.
Man, he ain't going.
It's hopeful.
He ain't going to KC.
But JJ gone. JJ Watts is gone from Texas. Where he gonna go? Where he going?
He requested to.
Yeah, he's out. He's out by request. So
they want to win. Guys want to win. So send me to the winning team, but just don't send them to KC. We can go ahead and take you in, dude.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
We got a whole lot of rebuilding, but we're in a good,
What's going on with the Broncos?
There's been talk still again. I keep bringing up Deshaun Watson.
I
keep bringing him up.
So again, here's what I heard. I heard that he's thinking about going to San Fran because they're sending Jimmy supposedly over to the Patriots. No,
I missed that? Jimmy G going, but remember he started when Brady had that four game suspension, and Jimmy G came out there and murdered it. I think went 4-0, and then he ended up in San Fran and took them all the way. Yep. Played you guys, wasn't there yet. They got injured.
He got injured, and so now what I heard, what the talk was that he's possibly going to New England, and then the possibility of Watson maybe going to San Fran. I mean, it'll be a good look for Denver. I don't see him here.
Yeah.
And then
of course, culture we just lack, I think.
Yeah, culture for it. He's so young and he's gonna want to be involved, but I don't know. Money's right, and the team is right. Really, I think is the big thing. Like, what are they gonna put in play for the quarterback or whatever quarterback they decide to bring here?
They have also looked at the quarterback, Mark Jones from Alabama.
Okay.
Just talks.
Man, it's gonna be some shaking.
Has been talking about like who possibly the Broncos might pick up. So we'll see. But we definitely got some rebuilding. I definitely don't see us in the Super Bowl next year. Not even maybe the year after that. I'm a realist.
Yeah.
We will be back. We will be. We're coming.
I heard that. Well, some other light football. Okay, just to talk about Texas, it's crazy over there because today JJ Watt said, asked to be released. He was released. Deshaun Watson is trying to get up out of there, and then their general or president resigned. So it's like, what is happening? I know it's bad news over in Texas. It was so weird. I saw something that said like, Westbrook left Texas. Harding left Texas. Watson is asking to be gone. And again, those are basketball. But they, what is something happening in the great state of Texas we don't know about?
I think so.
Things that make you go,
He ain't want it.
He ain't want it.
Nah.
But yeah, it's definitely some things going over there amongst the Houston Texans organization. So I hope they can get some things in order. I hope nobody else leaves. But I will say, I don't know. I mean, obviously, since we're second best, we don't have a lot of options when it comes to like, top draft picks and who we can and can't afford. But I feel like we maybe could afford JJ Watts. I feel like he would be a good little plus to our defense. So
yeah.
Just, high hopes.
So is the key to winning is staying healthy for you guys?
Definitely staying healthy.
Like, is there...
We've got to pick up another... Right? We got to pick up something for our defense.
I was going to say, what happened to your second string, right? Because I do feel like I've heard you say it a multiple times. Like, we've had these two guys that are just been out, and that's big... Like, nobody... was able to, your right and left tackle was able to pass.
Eric Fisher, big one. Eric Fisher,
I
think we got to, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We got to make some moves on defense. We got to bring in some more help there for Chris Jones. I mean, Frank Clark is cool. I think our offense is solid. We could probably use one more weapon, and I would probably say it needs to be running game, just because we have that rookie. Tyreek's dope. We just got rid of Sammy Watson, which, I had high hopes for Sammy Watson, but he ain't even, he's one of them, like, take him or leave him. So hopefully that may give us some room to maybe bring in one more little piece to the offense. Not a big, but, something that can help hold us down. But for real, we got to make a move on defense. We got to bring in just a little bit of help. Just a little bit of help there. So again, I'm very hopeful because we do have Patrick Mahomes and we do have a good coaching squad.
This is great. I'm glad you broke it down to the people.
We'll be back, folks.
Why you lost.
We'll be back.
And what you need to do going forward.
Yeah. And Mahomes has to, he has to mature. As great as he is, like I said, I want to see him step up. I do want to see him on the greatest level, like a Brady, being able to influence your team. I think somebody's telling me that like Brady had texted all his players before the game. Just simple things like that to say, hey, we gonna win. We gonna do this, So I think those things matter. Like, so yeah, it's some maturity that's coming. But we gonna be all right.
Not just the day of the game. He texts those players like every day for seven days straight that we gonna win. Let me tell y'all the power of affirmation.
Mind over matter. Yeah, that's huge.
When you say that to yourself every day. So imagine when you're like, we gonna win, and the whole team is on that, the energy that you bring.
It shifts.
So there's nothing that, honestly, probably y'all couldn't have done. Like, they wanted it.
And it's coming from your
leadership.
Yeah, it's coming from your leader. Yeah.
Like, I'm a lead. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's coming from your leader. And so that's what's great about it. And that's why when I saw him, because they had the parade, Brady was drunk off his ass. I'm drunk as a skunk. I feel like they had two. No, he was. That's a grown man. He had one too many brews. And they had somebody helping him up, and his coach was gone. And coach, don't call us out. Keep our name out your mouth. Now, I don't even know you.
What happened?
They head coach. No, just playing. I took that personal. He definitely called us out. Chiefs back to back. We ain't doing back to back. We gonna win again next year. He said it. I ain't doing affirmations. I didn't need no clapping.
Affirmations. I'm clapping for the affirmations. Put that shit out in the universe.
Put it in the atmosphere. We going back to when we ready to see y'all.
Y'all ain't going
and we can win this time. I said it. It's in the atmosphere. Let it flow.
I'm gonna be honest. It was still disappointing for me not to see the Saints in there.
Saints.
Yeah, like I was rooting for a Breeze.
Yeah,
that's my team.
Yeah, I'm an Aaron Rodgers. I'm an Aaron Rodgers girl, so I feel like I kind of wanted to see Aaron. Yeah. Conspiracy.
So, yeah.
Conspiracy. No, just when I tried to say it's so soft.
No.
I tried to say it's so soft.
I know, because you said it. If we lose, we were all set up. No.
I told you before.
You guys.
I told y'all before.
I just tried to wear the shirt just to say it was a fair game for the most part. And even if it wasn't, you guys didn't score a touchdown. You gave away so many points. Made so many penalties. So many yards. So... but we wanted to give you 30 minutes to just sit in that, break it down to the audience. It's bad enough I get to watch it.
Don't reference the TV. You ain't never referenced the TV no more. I don't even know why that's. Watch it again. Let me have a talk with our production team. I don't know why that's rolling. I'm not comfortable with it.
Y'all 369. Okay, 369. Okay.
Shout out to Bucker. That's our kicker. Thank you for them 9 points. Pays to have a kicker on your squad.
Yeah. So now that you've had your moment, Gronk for Tampa Bay. Can we not talk about how he just manhandled the Chiefs? He said, "Get off of me! The strong arm is here!" Antonio Brown said, "I'll Superman these hoes."
Let me say that. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't know nothing about Gronk, but I want to say this. Shout out
3 touchdown passes. 2 to Gronk, 1 to Antonio.
Here we go.
They ran the ball.
Here we go. Here it comes. No, give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to Cheating Tom and Gronk. Go ahead and give it to him.
Oh, you see? You see that?
Tommy been a cheater. I ain't saying nothing. No, he cheating Tom.
Oh, you said give it to Cheating Tom
and Gronk. Give it to him. Now, good game. Them fellas came out. Excuse me. Them fellas came out and played a good game. You right. I can't.
All right, y'all.
Get a little choked up here. I got nothing to say. I really got nothing to say. Like, we lost. Shout out to Tampa Bay. Y'all did y'all thing. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
So on that notice, we are going to take a break, and we will be right back.
And we'll be
Stay
back
tuned.
With her team.
Grace Faye! Breezy! Aaliyah! Yulia at our network. Conversations for the youth, by the youth. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Youth Media Yulia!
Yes, DJ K-Tone, DJ Squizzy Taylor. Make sure you check us out every Sunday. Digital Online Showcase on the R Network. That's AHRR Network. Follow, share, tag somebody.
You dig? Tune in. Yeah.
And welcome back. All right, that was dope. You know, I took it. I took it like a champ.
We wanted to give you a second.
I appreciate it.
At the beginning of the show, this was all about breakdown of really Casey.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. Thank you for everybody that's called and checked on me. I'm good. I'm solid. We gonna be all right.
Tell your brother don't ever hang up on me again, though. No,
it's too early.
Better not ever hang up. Listen, Casey fans, if you can't dish it,
we can dish it. It's just hard for us to hear it from fans of teams that weren't there. But anywho,
then take back feedback. Y'all be like, y'all tiptoe, but then no, I'm gonna give it to you.
I've been taking it all. I've been taking it all week from you.
Okay,
gracefully.
Okay.
But I do want to give a shout out before we went to break. I was trying to get it in. I definitely got a shout out Antonio Brown. And the reason I say this, yes, I know Antonio has been in some foolery, and there's been times where I've even been like, this guy again. But, you know, Antonio started with the Steelers, then went to the Raiders. Yeah. He played one game with the Patriots, and then he had that whole incident with, like, baby mama and all of that.
That he's back with now, right?
Yeah, I believe they worked it back out. So the Patriots cut him. Yep. He was out a whole season and a half, you know, but saying he was trying to stay mentally into it, and then he got picked up by the Bucs, and now he's got his first ring. So I think that's pretty dope. Mm-hmm. You know, often we kick these brothers down, and again, like I said, I've been like, the foolery. It's always something with this man, but I think it's really dope when you can face adversity and still, come up on top. So shout out to you, Antonio Brown, your first ring, yay! That's the only person I'm giving shout out to.
Yeah, thanks for bringing back some light to that brother.
Yeah, for sure. Because often, and we do it too. You'll be like,
in some foolery.
It's been some foolery.
Good luck. Good luck, Antonio Brown. So glad to see you made it back.
He in the ring team now. Got him one. Got him.
Fred, can we move on and talk about, because it's just been everywhere.
What?
Where we go? Nah, bring it back in, because you mentioned it earlier before going to break.
What? Talk to me. When I was talking about, Fred, your hair is cute. Y'all, so I know everyone has heard about it. I'm not saying no names.
We can't say no names no more, y'all. We get cut off.
I'm not saying no names.
We can't do it.
But there was a young lady who has had a little malfunction. And
Gorilla Glue.
Put some glue in her hair. What? Like, I didn't even remember. I didn't know the story because I saw it, but I thought it was like, some TikTok, Yeah. It's a real life thing.
It is a real life thing. Like, for that girl, what did she say that she had ran out of?
First of all, let's stop saying girl, because
this grown 40-year-old woman who just had a birthday ran out of got to be glued. Which is it's a hairspray that you can use. They're famous for
like a hold spray, like a spritz.
No, they're famous for wig glue, I guess, like for women who wear
the lace fronts. Lace fronts. So you gotta put it on and glue. Yeah. Got you.
I don't know about it.
I'm thinking like some spritz. I'm like, who even got a spray?
They have a spritz. And so since she ran out of the got to be glued, she thought like, I can go and just use the Gorilla Glue spray. And I'm going to get the same effect. But the TikTok had a girl
bless her
in
heart.
The same hairstyle for a whole month. But I just want to say, y'all, like, that ponytail was slicker than slick. It was laid, though. Her ponytail was laid and did not move.
Did not move with the long braid. I said, okay, well, she fashionably in. Yeah.
And what they said is that, like, every time that she tried to wash it with water, it made the binding chemicals, made the glue harder.
Oh, my goodness.
But she ended up going to the emergency room.
Right. And then that didn't work. But then a surgeon, a black man, right? Yeah. Recently.
A black surgeon. With it. Yeah, he broke down the binding ingredients, and it was like he used like olive oil, aloe vera, and then an ingredient to break down the binding. And he tested it on a head dummy, and it worked. and he brought her back. And so it was a $12,000 procedure, which he did it for free. But she has hair. And what was so crazy is she was like, I thought I wasn't going to ever have hair anymore. She was prepared to wear wigs for the rest of her life.
And he saved the hair?
He saved her hair from what they were able to save after cutting off their ponytail.
Wow.
So, crazy. I mean, because I think for a moment there, she was worried, like, did the glue damage her scalp? I was just thinking, like, let your hair grow and then cut it off. But yeah. And now she's over here talking about she ain't stupid. Is she stupid?
Is she though? Or
People,
is she
that's a poll. That's a poll.
Is she though?
Is that questionable? Would you say that she...
I mean, that's like using...
isn't as bright? Or...
Oh, my edges can't say that. Let me get some super glue. Like, it's very similar to that thought process. That doesn't... Yeah, I don't know. And then it makes me question, because I think just after that, a guy was trying to prove her wrong and did it on a cup. And so he put some in a cup. And so supposedly, like, now his lip, like, I think this just happened, like, yesterday or the day before.
Girl.
And so now it's like, is this attention? Because y'all don't know.
I seen a meme where it was like, now, girls, don't y'all go out there putting this on your eyelashes.
Girl, we'll have a whole bunch of shut-eyed.
But if I...
a bunch of shut-eyed broads around here, like...
looking like butterflies.
What y'all could be doing?
No, but I might. No, don't try that, y'all.
Don't. No,
do not.
That's the same as the same as the orange pumpkin saying go put in bleach in your veins to help kill COVID. Like some stuff, like it's got to be
wait.
Common sense.
What did you call him?
The orange pumpkin monster. I don't know what I call him. I switch it all the time. Some orange monster. Orange pumpkin seed. Orange something.
It does look like it. When you said that, I'm like, he does look like a overly tan
little
peach or something.
A little something wobbly. Yeah. But like that's the kind of stupidity. That's the first thing I thought about. Like we putting bleach in our skin and Gorilla Glue on our hair. Like where are we going? Like is it TikTok? Is it social media? Something has people like not fully using the full capacity of their brains. But you know, I don't wanna knock that young lady while she's down, but I'm questioning. Was it a whole like for attention? Because at one point I think someone was saying she was gonna try and sue Gorilla Glue because they didn't put it in their fine writing, don't use on hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She still might. So
do you sue mayonnaise if you choose to use mayo on your car?
I think stuff is just we are going way overboard. And I'm glad that you bring that up because it's just the words that we use. Like, do we put it on? Do we not? Can we use fight? Can we not? So as you know, huge news. The president is going through an impeachment trial. Mm-hmm. Ex-president. The pumpkin president, as you pumpkin see something orange pumpkin, ex-president, and today his team, his attorneys submitted their evidence, and I was dying, but it was pretty catchy that they used to say like you can't say that Trump invoked violence when your own Democrats say let's fight to take back your people. Fight for freedom.
They tried it.
For life.
They tried it.
So they used every senator, past presidents, vice presidents, and used them saying those words, fight, to say, you can't hold Trump accountable of saying, go, let's fight, when everybody has said it, basically. And so I thought it was funny. Almost got a point there, how they spun it. If anybody watched it, I thought. And so, I mean, the sad thing is, is he going to be impeached? Probably not. They need 2/3 of the vote. And so that means they need Republicans to sign on to that ticket and impeach him. And so since that most likely will not happen.
So it's a waste of time?
It's a waste of time. And this is what they've argued, saying that you can't even impeach a president once he's out of office. So, but
I question that too. I question that. Like, how does that work? Like, he's pretty much gone. But the goal is so he won't run again.
So he will never run again. But it looks like he might be back in 4 years.
That's all bad.
So watch what you say, people. People will spin it. They will twist
They'll find
it.
a way. Yeah.
They will find a way
To manipulate things so that it works in their favor.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, to me, it's Black History Month. I feel like this is some great news. So, Mark Cuban, who is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks basketball team, has decided that the national anthem will no longer be played or be performed at the Dallas Maverick home games.
I think that's dope.
That is huge.
That's big.
It's dope and it's huge. It's such a big, it's saying so much. It's definitely like in a time where everybody's been trying to figure out how do we, support our guys? How do we push the Black Lives Matter? Like, I think that's just a huge
But what's
step.
so jacked up about it is that Adam Silverstein made him say, nah, you got to play. And I think that even though, because Mark Cuban has been an advocate.
Yeah.
He's been always on the first line, talking about, Black rights,
Right.
civil rights, equity. And so for Adam to come down and be like, nah, you want that. So it almost made him recant. I think he had to recant his statement. And
Adam did?
no,
Or Mark
Cuban.
did?
Mark Cuban had to recant that. So
Yeah, but see, I think that, and again, that may be some newer news, but I thought it was really standing that they were going to push for it. But even just that gesture, or trying to really push that and trying to say, hey, these words of the national anthem don't represent the players that are out here. I think that was just a dope attempt. So
still a slap in the face for Cap. I don't care, man. Even if
It
we're
is.
here years later, we're talking about it, and now you want to not play the national anthem. Yes, I appreciate the gesture, but this man was scrutinized.
Yeah. Which is NFL.
rights. And
NFL. I do believe NBA is very more progressive, and I definitely think Mark Cuban is more of a people's owner. I think that a lot of his players, and really he's always kind of been down for us. So for him, I'm not shocked. I think for somebody else, it might be a little too late, but I think that it's dope that he's trying. But you are right, it is a slap in that man's face, because he, like you said, he got pretty much put out and X'd out because of his kneeling. And so now we're even moving to where conversations are, let's just eliminate it altogether, and it's nobody was thinking or talking like that when it was happening. So
we ain't gonna have nothing. Can we talk about the weekend's, because I'm looking at it right now, this weekend's performance. So obviously his face
was not.
It was a hox.
It was a hoax.
To get people to tune in.
To watch it, yeah.
But I hated it. I hated
it did nothing for me. I can't lie.
I was just like, you could have had a feature.
I couldn't believe he didn't bring nobody out there.
The mummy sort of face people with the mat.
I don't know the song with Rick Ross. I'm like, you in Florida?
Something.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't wowed by it. However, I was extremely with Jasmine Sullivan's performance of the national anthem.
Amazing.
She 100% could have held that by herself, but I appreciated the little, the little assistant from her duet. But she killed it, and she looked amazing as well.
She's coming off of that new album too.
I know.
I'm glad to see her back. You've been gone too long.
Well, while we talking about a little foolery, Dr. Dre and April Jones.
Huh?
I know, right?
Who? Wait, April who?
Exactly.
And Dr. Dre just got a divorce.
It was. I thought he was almost out of there for COVID. I thought he was in serious or critical condition.
Wait. Back it up.
Stuff be happening so quick.
Dr. Dre.
So a couple of days ago, they showed an outing with Dr. Dre and April Jones. And I know you're like, who's April Jones? Yeah, I know. She's one of those D-listers. So she has Baby by Omarion, but she was on Love and Hip Hop. I think she's half Asian and half black. Really pretty cute girl, yeah.
Who was dating Omarion's
Yes, I forgot about that little triangle. You're right. And it was her and Fizz.
Yeah.
Right. So supposedly she's dating $1 billion man, right? Because he's so beat. So Dr. Dre. Yeah, I know. It's one of those you gotta kind of sit on.
Break up. But anyway,
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
But I ain't
You
saying
saying that, April.
Oh,
I fuck with April. But yeah, I think shout out to her. I guess love is love.
Love is love. I like the couple. They call her Cuban Link in 50 Cent.
Yeah, they are cute.
I like that couple for some reason.
Yeah.
But I do feel like 50 is a bully.
50 is a bully. And speaking of 50,
an online bully.
not an online bully.
He's an online bully. He's what you call a
That's
bully.
too bad. But 50 actually threw a party for the Super Bowl, and it was in someplace in Virginia. Patterson, Virginia, I believe, and the party like crazy, no mask, no any of that, and of course pictures got out, and so now the people who are leasing the building have been terminated. Yep, Tony, you gotta go. We don't get down with it. The party was not acceptable. The mayor even spoke on it because the mayor saw the pictures of the party. It was like, this is not acceptable, and we're gonna look into it. So I'm sure that may have came down from a mayor's push, but yeah, where he had the party at, their lease has been terminated, and they now have to leave for COVID violation due to that party.
Your shirt is distracting you.
Why is it distracting you?
I'm sorry, I keep looking at it because what just popped in my mind was the guy who flew to Colorado to place his $3.4 million bet. For Tampa Bay to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm just like, man, he's balling.
That's big. That's
$3.4 million flew to Colorado. He believes so much in Tampa Bay. I wish I was.
I wish I could get a little bit of some of that. Right. Let me hold some of that.
So, friend, like, what's so sad for me is Fenty. If anybody has heard the news, like Rihanna is pressing pause on her Fenty beauty brand so that she can expand her Fenty Savage brand, her lingerie clothing. And so I'm like, who doesn't have Fenty something in their makeup bag? I got a lip gloss.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost like devastated. I don't know if that means that she's gonna make more like.
Yeah, I'm hoping she's gonna keep what she has out.
But I'm like, we need her.
Please don't take away the lip balm.
We need her. No, listen, if y'all ain't had her lip balm, go get y'all some Fenty lip balm. It might change your life.
But that's big for Rihanna. It just makes me think like you can't navigate in both of those lanes. Like, I mean, it just seems like you should have enough creative people around you that you're able to, like, give some creative direction here, give some creative direction there. Because people do it all the time, right? You got rappers and movie directors. You got rappers and dancers. Like,
I think, too, they're, like, judging it. Here's what I think would happen is that as girls were staying in the house, there wasn't a lot of need for makeup. But there was a lot of need as you were staying in the house with your boo for some lingerie.
Yeah, she be getting that on everybody too.
And really, honestly, her sales were down
for
her Fenty products, and so just expanding. And she's just making big moves in the fashion industry. So like, she's the first African American woman in lingerie to to just be acknowledged for her presence.
Now you know where I'm going.
Industry.
You know where I'm going. If you know me, you know I've been saying for years, Rihanna should be a fashion icon, not a singer. And then listen. I love me some Riri. She's a studio singer. It takes all the little trinkets and the buttons to make her sound.
I disagree.
But I think fashion icon she could be all day. I've always said that's the lane she needs to be in. That's the lane that Sierra needs to be in. Those lanes fit them better. I
100%. Don't know if you can put Sierra and Riri in the same bucket because
Sierra a little bit above Riri. She's a little bit over. She probably right here.
No,
and Riri probably right here.
No, I think Riri can sing. Now Sierra. Go sit down.
I think Riri has a great production team.
Sit down, see.
She's got some good tracks being laid over. Like, nah.
Have my money.
That's a talking song. Bitch better have my money. That's a talk. Ain't no melody to that. Like,
it is, but still.
But I'm fucking Rihanna. She just melody wise. I think this is the lane for her. Fashion icon is where she should be. That's she could kill. Like, that's where she should be. So I'm happy. Shout out to you, Riri. Go Fenty. Everybody got on a Savage Fenty little lingerie. I've been seeing her get it in a lot of people's hands, you know. So shout out to you. I hope that moves. But please keep the lip
billionaire in the
balm.
making. I think she's close to it. If I wasn't mistaken, like her net worth is worth over 600 million. So billionaire in the making.
And that's yeah. Some of that is off of records.
How do you like her and ASAP Rocky?
She's with ASAP Rocky?
Yes.
What?
Girl, stop playing with me. You knew that she was
I
with
did not.
A$AP.
I knew they were always friends, but I didn't know they officially said like we're together.
Full-fledged relationship and have been for a couple of months now. Been vacationing together. That's a thing.
I am not mad at it. Listen, I used to have a thing for ASAP. I don't know if you've seen the little movie Dope. Launch. Anyway, if you see the movie Dope, ASAP is in there, and he plays like the guy that, of course, you know, the little D boy, and he goes to jail, and the other little boy has to sell his little drugs, whatever. But it's a good movie. But that movie made me really be like, oh, I like ASAP, and he got some dope songs, so I like them. He's a fashion. He's trying to move into the fashion world, so I see them as a fashion iconic couple. I can see that.
I get like this homie sort of love kind of feel from like him and her.
Don't say homie love in the same like with ASAP.
Homie love. Like, but you can, I'm saying that like you can tell that
some
it
say
started.
He has the
well, I want to get on the fingernail polish. That's the next thing. Because I don't understand.
I've heard that some say he has homie love, and I don't know that.
What you mean?
Exactly what I said. That there's homie. That's what like pause. Homie love, because people have said that he's a little fluent.
Oh, he's bisexual.
I don't know that. I'm just saying he's
what
fluent.
You saying then?
I'm just saying what I hear. I'm saying what the streets saying. It's a fluent.
What is he?
I don't know. I don't know what he is. Now he with Rihanna, so he's looking a little heterosexual now. I don't.
Does that mean?
That's why I was like, him and Rihanna together?
Is that a question you gotta ask men, like in dating now? Like, is that
hell
like,
yeah?
The first date is.
You have to.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, it's not okay for me. Some girls might be totally cool with it. Like, okay, well, me too in college, so very cool. But I don't know.
Can you be with a man that has been with a man?
No.
I just wanted to know.
I'm sorry, folks. Could you?
No. I would prefer not to.
Oh. I would prefer not to. Let me reference that thing.
I would, we all have our preference. But I do think, that is something you have to ask these days, like in dating, like men, women, both. Oh, okay. Oh, just one.
So what if you do that? Because you in your dating phase. What if that happens? And he's like, well, I had a couple times back in college. Can I get a drink? You want another drink? What do? Do you keep it just...
I'm going to be like, it was so great. I gotta go.
Straight like that, right?
I gotta go. And in all honesty, like, I would be like, do you, boo?
Well, no, what if he was like, it was just an experiment?
No.
Just experiment.
Nah, man. I'm not, no.
I'm just asking if you would.
Is that what we do it out here?
I mean, you can't at least finish the date. That's rude. You can at least carry out that date.
Yeah, I'll have a conversation with you.
Oh, okay, you go finish it out.
Talk a little bit more. Yeah, I'll have a conversation, but anything else beyond that point, it ends. So.
Well, I will say, if you can ask him about it, then you should be able to also tell him this is why I'm not pursuing this anymore. I'll just leave him hanging.
Yeah. Do you, boo? You might have had some experiences back in your day.
Not do you, boo? I know we're about to shut it out, but real quick, I definitely want to, because I know we're going to take a quick break and then come down back and close with fashion, but I really, really want to just throw this story out, and we can definitely, talk about it next, but it just happened. So I don't know if you saw that the Fritz Pollard Alliance, which is basically an organization that's come together to make sure that diversity and inclusiveness is happening in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Well, there was a big frizzy because supposedly Jacksonville Jaguars just hired Chris Doyle, a former strength coach at the University of Iowa. Mm-hmm. But the big issue is because Chris was let go at the University of Iowa for supposedly bullying and uses racist slurs towards some of the teammates or some of the team players, specifically those of the Black race.
This pisses me off.
And so, as we've been talking about, the diversity is a part of the NFL's initiative to try and do better, but yet they have all these head coach and coaching positions, and they're not hiring qualified brothers, not just brothers, but qualified, have showed track record, could come and do these jobs. And yet here you have Coach Uber Myers for the Jacksonville Jaguars that brings on a man that has been let go from our university because of a possible racial slurs.
But that's his homie.
And then he said to justify it, he has known him for somewhat 10, 20 years. And has had a conversation with him, and he feels confident that, he's going to come into the team. But that just shows another example of, the Good Old Boys Network, right? Because here you have a coach who has been put out of a school because of your racial slurs, because of bullying teammates or, team members. Players have come out and even spoken and said his name that went to the University of Iowa. Right. Even while he was put on leave, they still paid him his salary. I think he got almost $1.1 million, still got his benefits, all of that, and just have been waiting for a new job. And then just yesterday, he gets the job from the Jaguars.
So there's two things that I see wrong with this. So one, is it wrong that the coach is hiring his homie, right? And at what point does your loyalty lie with your friend?
Yeah.
Is it true? Because I'm sure that they had to have some conversations about the accusations that were being made.
Right.
And them having an authentic saying, okay, this is what it is. And so do you give a person an opportunity if that was the case? Did that coach apologize for the remarks that he said? And then on the other end of that, I'm tired of the NFL talking about diversity and inclusion. Now, I need the NFL to be intentional.
Yeah.
I need everybody to really be intentional. There's no reason why your offensive coordinator,
Eric
Bieniemy, does not even have this job.
Yeah.
And so it's this behavior that keeps these cycles of, I call it abuse. This is abusive behavior. This is oppression.
Yeah. And that's
oppression.
And
so I'm pissed off about it.
Yeah, it does piss you off.
I get it, that's your homie. I get it, but nah, man, no, enough is enough.
But that's the repeat of the cycle there. If we keep, that's what I think is happening. I think that people are hiring people they know, homies, because I feel comfortable with this person, and it's not fair. It's not fair. And this is just a in-your-face example. Like this brother, his rap sheet ain't good, and it's like, no, come on over here. Passing up individuals who I know don't have the record or don't have those allegations, right? And so you are right. I do think that we get to choose who we want to. We look at Andy Reid. He got his son, assistant coaching. I don't know his son.
Starts from the top now. We seen it at the highest law of the land. Trump put all his whole
family.
Team,
everybody come in here.
Whole family, even if you don't need security clearance. He was like, you got clearance. You got clearance.
You too.
You got clearance.
Got his grandson up in there doing stuff.
I wonder, does...
And I think that's expected.
Like that, set the tone for everybody else. And I'm like, forget it. Who cares?
Who cares what his record is? It's my dog. It's my homie. He coming in.
Rapping about the pussy.
Yeah.
What's Trump say? Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah. I think it's fair. I think that you are going to do that. But I do think that, like you said, in the height of what they continue to talk about, just not equal. And, this is a time where you can bring in and you could, shut that down. And then you choose to bring in... Like I'm saying, of all the homies, you got to bring the one that talk bad to the black guys. And the NFL is made up of what, 70-something% of African American players, or it's just it's something that definitely is a red flag. So but pay attention to that. Hopefully, he brought him on. He's there. Hopefully, we won't be saying in next season Jaguars have issues with coaching, talking crazy, reckless to grown men. Because it's going to be a different story than Iowa University. These grown men, so.
Yeah, I don't think too much of that's going to keep happening. I just don't. You ain't gonna be able to talk crazy or sideways to anybody.
Coach or no coach?
Coach or no, you gonna get elbow.
Let's see what's
Talking
happening.
crazy to people these days. People aren't taking it no more.
Yeah.
They're just not. But man, let's just. I'm curious about what's happening in fashion.
You ready to check out some fashion?
I'm
you
ready.
know, people.
This is what I live for. So.
I'm glad people are starting to move around a little bit. You know, COVID shut people down and people weren't moving. And even with this Super Bowl, like I was really trying to look for like, you know, fashion that was going on or, you know, people that were out. And it wasn't a lot of that, you know, because of COVID restrictions. I think a lot of people chose to keep it gully, keep it at the house, very small, low key. But, you know, we were talking about Jasmine Sullivan performing. Her actually performed as well. And she had on this dope, like, pattern jacket. And it was, like, for America. And it just was ironic because it looked like there was a little theme because Ashley Evans, who is Mike Evans, which is Tampa Bay's wide receiver wife, she also had on a jean jacket. And it was so dope because she really customized it. She had Mike's number and Texas and Super Bowl. So I thought that was kind of cute that both her and Ashley had that theme of like taking these jackets and really customizing them and making them yours. And, you know, I'm all about like customizing and showing you in your, you know, attire. So those were super dope. Like, so shout out to them.
The jean jackets are in. They're a fall item,
accessory. It's a must
that you must have.
Must.
Long denim, fringe,
distress, add butt ends, and I think like hers had some faded, so she had to come some white on there, some regular jean, a little reddish pink. So yeah, I think that's real creative when you can kind of just make your own thing and express you. You know, clothes to me is self-expression. When you walk out the house, people, you're expressing something. I don't know what it is, but you're expressing something. So, and then of course I was trying to look at all the dapper players coming in, and I know you're gonna be mad
about Travis.
No,
you better not have no dang picture.
It's not
and
Travis.
It better not be nobody from KC.
Well, it is, but listen.
Don't show it.
I tried my hardest to find some gear on Tampa Bay because I wanted to highlight them, and they weren't like, and that lets you know maybe we was just being too flashy out here. But shout out to my QB. And the reason I'm giving him this shout out, because even though we lost the game, he came to play. And so I want to shout him out. He definitely showed up to work, ready to work in a 3-piece pinstripe with a little red in there. And then he had the red little loafers. He just looks so dapper.
Hey, y'all see what I go through?
No,
because because this is a prime example. This ain't the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time on the show.
I tried to find some other people. Like, y'all gotta get.
There's some biases here.
I know.
There are some biases. All she care about is Casey. She don't care about no other team. There are 32 teams. There were other players that went to the Super Bowl. I had an opportunity to see what Sierra was wearing. I had opportunity to see what Russell Wilson was wearing.
They had on suits and Pete. I didn't love that. I didn't love it. I'm not gonna give you no fashion that I don't love.
Dress.
She had on
that had the rings
with the
zipper.
Back. Oh, was it rings?
There were all
those
like little rings, asymmetrical, slanted. I'm like, okay, see, it was
a blazer dress. It's the legs. Now we was talking about legs. I would have featured
legs
her.
Made the dress. Her legs.
I mean, it was a blazer dress. It was, suit. It was cute. Pink hair, all of that. I just wasn't wowed by it as much as I was wowed by Patrick Mahomes. So, again, I will try not to be biased. I really, truly looked. But these were the fashions that just stood out for me. But, we'll continue to always bring you the latest in fashionable flywear.
It's been a hell of a fire show.
It's been a show. It's been a show, man. Like, I'm cool. I feel good.
We were easy on her today. We were easy on her today.
I've been getting this shit all week
she gonna get it
long.
all year long, just like how she gave it to us. She's about to get it all back.
What are you gonna give me all year?
You just gotta wait and see.
What you gonna do all year?
You gotta wait and see.
What you gonna do? Cause
you gotta wait and see.
I mean, this it's still gonna be.
What is it? Get this off of here. I don't even want this on here. You are not the champion no more. She ain't the champion. We only allow that to be on there because she thought she was the champion.
We were the champions at the time that crown was brought out.
But you were not the champion.
That's fair.
Anymore.
That's fair.
Is there anything else before we wrap up here that's been on your mind?
I just want y'all to all know, win or lose, Chiefs are always gonna be my squad. I've heard it. I've been beat. I've been, talked bad to all week. And she's right. I'm probably going to get it some more. And it's okay. It's okay. Because you know what? We will be back. And that's it. Thank you.
Well, you heard that sad story there, folks. I think that's our cue to end the night. Just because I want to leave on a happy note. So, with that said, Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, y'all.
Shout out to Antonio Brown. Get you a ring. Get your little ring.
We're going to holler at y'all
next week, y'all. It was fun.
Next week.
Thank you for going easy on me. I appreciate it. Because we still better than your team. Peace out. God bless. Peace, love.
Rewind that back. Rewind that back.